Hey guys, welcome back. This is ChosenArchitect, and today we're going to be automating some of the simple tasks that we have to do repetitively, and also we get into some metal casting. Hopefully you guys are ready. Alright guys, well, welcome back. We have a bit to kind of go over. I did go ahead and kind of get a little bit more of this done. I'm going to slowly, kind of work on this as we go. I did go ahead and move this guy. You can move all that stuff, it's no big deal. And yeah, I'm going to be placing dirt in here and I'm making these rounds. Over there, you can kind of see it does extend out. I'm going to make this look a little bit fancy, but we're going to have to move these eventually. I did expand on this little factory area in here. I kind of added a wall, made it a little bit bigger, so that way when we go to add some automation, things don't get blocked or in the way. I did already set up this automation with a wooden hopper and a chest, so it automatically pumps the iron into here, keeps things going so we have our fluid. I think today we're going to further automate this. We need to get a chest here with another hopper underneath here, and we need to get fluid being pumped out of here into this. So hopefully we should be able to get that done today. And then along with completing some other quests that are along the lines here, or at least trying to get some stuff set up for that. I also set up the mesh over here for this. This mesh is amazing, by the way. And it only used a little bit of iron that we had, so... of course, getting the mesh is going to be a little bit easier now, but yeah, we're going to gather a lot of dirt this way. As you can see, all the dirt kind of gathers up here. I did split them up, and that way we kind of have two separate, and that way it'll make it easier to automate later on. And yeah, that's just kind of what we're doing today. I think we're going to get started with some redstone engines. So the redstone engine... if I can find it, not that engine. We're gonna get started with some build craft, I guess I should say. And we're not gonna use item piping quite yet, but as you can see, it requires these wooden gears, which are just stick. Just some plain old sticks. We should be able to make those really quick. We'll make a few of them, 8, that's fine. That's fine for now. And then let's go ahead and pop in here. I thought I had some extra wood laying around, but I probably don't now that I look at it. I thought I would have, but that's what we have this wonderful axe for. Let me go ahead and grab some logs. So we now have the wood, so we should be able to make this engine. And there we go. We have our first engine. We do need to also make a couple levers. I should go ahead and make those so I don't have to worry about them later on. Seems I always make a bunch of levers and then I never... I make a lever and then I just always have to make them over and over again every playthrough I ever do. So I might as well get them done now. Alright, so pipes. The wooden pipe. Everybody knows Buildcraft and the lovely wooden pipe. So it looks like we're going to need some sticks, maybe. A little bit more sticks, which is fine. I wonder if this actually gives us the full amount of sticks when we do this. Sure it does. Somewhat. I also forgot to mention the flesh. You can actually take zombie flesh or rotten flesh and turn that into that food, and it'll actually give you the fats that you kind of need. My fats was getting really low, and the carbs are kind of hard to get too. You just need to eat potatoes and stuff. At least the mod that forces you to eat different things isn't in here, so just as long as you keep eating the same types of food, you'll be fine. Alright, so now time to set this up. And I'm going to do 3 of those and put the sticks in here. And look at that, 24 wooden pipes. I don't think we'll ever need to make any more of those. At least I hope not. I also need to go over here and get this while I wait. I'll pop you back on there. Thank you. I will take all this cactus here. And we are going to jump into... I went ahead and built this room so I could get out from underground. And we're going to throw that in there. Actually need to get some coal inside that furnace. And yeah, I just went ahead and moved this little nasty room. Oh man, I can't wait till we get away from stuff that require specific types of rooms. I think those are hilarious. Okay, so we have that working. That's going to hopefully get us a fluid pipe. We have the wooden pipe. We need to make this stuff, which, I mean, is just pipe sealant, which is just the cactus green. So when one of those cooks up, we should be ready to go, right? So I can take this, pop that in there. Now we have a fluid pipe. And I just want to see, right off the bat, will this, with the engine, will it pump fluids into this container here? Let's just find out. So there's that hooked up. We can pop an engine on here. Doesn't really matter where the engine is. Pop it up there. Let's get a lever. And we can throw that lever right on top. And is that going to pump fluids out and cast? Oh boy, it is. Okay. Such a weird animation where it's just kind of hanging there. Okay, so, and then it's going to turn it into an ingot. Now's when we actually need to set up some hopper automation. So we can get like ingots auto casted. Okay. So to do that, we're going to need a chest. 2 chests, actually. And we're going to need wood. I need to make another hopper. Oh, maybe it's the other. I thought this wooden hopper, oh, it only takes this hopper. That's fine. We will go ahead and make that. That'll save us a chest anyways. All right, back to making that the old-fashioned way. These chests, man, if you can avoid them, I recommend avoiding them at all costs. I mean, you have to make them, but I highly recommend just avoiding them altogether. Okay, so that means we should be able to get a chest down right here. Plop that there. And voila, we have automation, guys. We have ingot casting automation. So all we have to do is put our stuff in here, and there is one problem though. I think we might have to figure out a solution for that. Sometimes there's a little bit left over, so we might have to do, you know, just a little bit every now and then. But right now we have some pretty decent automation going. And yeah, we'll have iron for days now. I think that's going pretty good. Look at that, it's just casting it all out. I don't exactly know how much is in this pipe, but it looks like it is slowly draining out. And this is doing its thing. So yeah, pretty cool. So since we got that automation set up, I think another thing to get set up would be to work on this thatch. Now, this thatch later on down the road is going to require stuff because we're going to be making this Adobe Brick, which we need this Adobe Brick mix. Now, the Adobe Brick mix, this stuff requires this refactory clay. I think we need to automate clay. That is what we are going to work on. And we're going to work on it like right now. We're going to figure out how to set this up. Now it'll be kind of semi-automated because we can't fully automate this. We don't have a dropper yet. So we can just literally just place stuff in here over time. Like we just throw leaves in there, just let them set. But this, the wooden barrel, is fully automatable. We can totally automate this thing. So let's go ahead and do such. So what I want to do right away is take some of the hoppers, take the chests, and we are going to get this set up to be automated. All right, so we can input stuff from the top, sides, however you want to do it. Just going to set up chests just like this, so we can place our loam or whatever we want to place in there. And then right here, remember to place the pipe on, like if you click on the pipe, that's the one you're going to extract from, or click the pipe on the block you want to extract from. So as you can see, that's set up, and then we can just plop this engine on here, give it a redstone signal with the lever, that should, I hope, pull water out of here. Yes, there it goes. And that should fill up with water. Just like that. And then the process is literally as simple as going over here, grabbing our loam. We should have loam just laying around. And what we can do, just toss that loam in the chest. And that's going to place it in there. That chest is going to pull it out, and it's going to give us clay. Literally that simple, guys. Believe me, some of the simple automation stuff that you do early on, like this, is going to make a huge deal to you later on. So any of this small stuff that you do now, believe me, will have a huge impact. So let's take a look here. We have leaves. And what I was talking about with the leaf setup is with this guy, I mean, it's going to be pretty fast. You just toss your leaves in there and just kind of let them sit. I mean, you can get more leaves pretty quickly. I don't think they're going to despawn that fast. I mean, the world's chunk loaded, but I mean, I don't think you're going to have to worry about anything despawning. And look at that. It's just filling up. And it's just basically using the leaves to do that. Now, this thing, I don't think these will explode. I haven't seen them to do that. Yeah, they'll just stop working temporarily. I do believe. So yeah. I don't think they have any kind of burnout. They might. But it looks like it's still continuing to work for me. Yeah, it works so fast it just consumes your leaves that fast. But look at this. 15 clay, guys. We are getting up there. So, let's go ahead and move on to the next part while that's kind of doing its thing. We have some bone meal that I've been grinding up here. Still been grinding this stuff up. It takes a long time, by the way, to grind all this stuff up. But we're going to need some of those wooden shears that we made in previous episodes. Or actually, you know what? I know where some wooden shears actually are. Let's go find that. I think there are some at the rune circle. At this guy. There are some in here. Oh wow, I missed some dirt actually. I'll take that. Dirt is never a bad thing. Yeah, I don't even really have to make it. There's some right here. So, I'll leave those be until we come back for them later. Yeah, that's super cool. Let's go back home. I gotta remember which way this points us. Alright, and these shears should do us just fine for what we're about to do. Grass. And of course, we gotta take these, but... Oh, what did that do? That left it, like... Oh, that turned it into, that's something from Primal Core, I do believe. Whatever adds this stuff. Yeah, that's from Primal Core for sure. Oh, that makes it where we can't re-bone mill it. Bummer. But I mean, I guess it will grow over time, right? Well, that's something we're gonna have to figure out. Because... Wow. Okay. It looks like it, I mean, it grows back pretty fast, it looks like. So that's not bad. But that's what we have to do, is kind of sit here and grind out this grass. So I'm going to do that for a little while, see how much we can get. Alright, so when you get this grass, you actually need to kind of work towards making this stuff. The fresh thatching. So, we'll be making some fresh thatching. Let's go ahead and get that done. You can use the rush. That is one of the uses for rush. And rush is this plant over here from Primal Core. This stuff, you break the tops of it, and it'll give you rush. I'm also working towards making a bed, so I do need to break this. There we go. And I'm thinking I'm going to expand this farm, because we are going to need seeds later on. Or we're going to need string later on, so I am expanding that over time. But yeah, we'll take this fresh thatching, and we'll come in here, and we're gonna dry it. We're gonna pop it in this dryer. You can turn it into block form, I think, and put it out to dry, and it'll dry that way as well. But yeah, we're just slowly but surely working on getting some of this done. And we also need some trees, because another step in this process, that's a good tree right there. Ooh, that's a really nice tree. Is to kind of strip the bark. So let's go ahead and grab our trowel, or not trowel. I keep wanting to call it a trowel because it looks like a trowel. The flint work blade. And we're going to shift right click on it. And we're going to strip it from, we're going to strip bark from it. Boy, that one does not want to be stripped, does it? There it goes. That took a little while. And then we should be able to take an axe and chop this into wood by right-clicking it. And it'll chop it into some of these split-oaked logs. Kind of interesting, but that's the process that we need to do. So we have the bark, we have the stripped oak logs. The stripped oak logs is what we're going to use for casts. So we kind of need this. And we're going to set these up. And I think it's like this. No, it's not like that. It's like that. And then it'll get us some of those casts. I think I need to sort of clear out some stuff real quick. This is my lovely clear out now, sort later chest. But yeah, we're going to need to make a few of these. I want to make a few of those guys. And I'm kind of already getting ahead of myself. I never even read this to you guys. So it says, I have now metal ingots and plates, but I should work towards getting gears. It seems that this process is a bit harder to achieve. I need more heat-resistant materials, or heat-resistant material in Adobe. Which is funny, because every time I see Adobe, I just think of Premiere, Photoshop, Lightroom. I wonder if I could use the rush seeds that I have to get some thatching. Another way would be probably to use grass. Okay. And it says to make the Adobe Brick mix, I need dry thatching. On the drying racks I have, which I just got the drying rack, or the drying rack is what I just put it in. So it says to form the mix, I should craft bricks from the split logs. To get them, I need to cut the bark from the logs with a work blade by shift right clicking and then some kind of axe or hatchet to split the stripped logs by right clicking. And then you put the brick mix into the form, and now it only requires waiting. I should paralyze, right? To speed up and also make sure it's safe from rain. Okay. With dried bricks, I can now craft Adobe bricks. Okay. And then that'll be used later on. So we got both of those things. Now we're just working on getting the mix. And that's where, you know, doing this process is coming in handy. So, where did my shears? I have my shears right here. So yeah, we're just slowly but surely getting this done. It's kind of cool though that the grass kind of grows back. And that's kind of funny. Alright, so there's some more. And of course we can always pick up the stuff that's already dried. And I think this is enough to get us the 8 thatching. We do need to take some of this clay though. Turn that into normal clay. Because we're going to be using this to make some of that brick. Oh, I was wondering, does brick have its own... I think it does. Alright, let's go ahead and make some of this stuff. Reinforced clay, we just need some sand. That is super easy. That seems to be something that we make a lot of. So we might as well have some of that. Alright, and we need mud. Good old mud. And that should leave us with a pretty good amount. 32 Adobe bricks. That's not bad. We do need to keep this out of the rain. That is something that we do need to do. Where to do that? I mean, we could possibly put it in here. I don't think it's going to affect too much. As long as we don't cover the wattle and dub. stuff, we should be good. Okay. So we'll place that here like this. And then form it like that. And then we just wait until it hardens. I mean, we can make more of the forms, of course. I'm probably going to. Yeah, as long as it doesn't rain, I think we're good. Look at there, we have some more of this. We can always make more. So, the main thing we're going to be getting is this Adobe Brick Kiln. And I think these are the Adobe Bricks right here. Something we're kind of working towards, I think. Is there any kind of restrictions on any of these things? I don't see a restriction. But I think this is what we're going to be working towards, right? And then I need a few of these bricks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I only need 8 bricks, really. I don't need that many bricks. I just need 8 of them. So we already have 4 that are being worked on. And I can't tell if their textures are changing or anything like that, but it's kind of interesting. All right, guys. So I went ahead and casted this out. So these were all done. Once they finished, it didn't take that long. I just replenished these. I didn't know if I needed more of these dried bricks. I don't think I do, at least right now. Maybe later we will. But for right now, whenever these do dry, they do change to this kind of color. You can kind of see the difference in my hand, the actual color that they change to. And then you just break these forms and you'll get the brick you need. So all we have to do now is combine them and we'll get 4 Adobe. Awesome. And it says you needed 2. You need 4. So I don't know why it says you only need 2. But anyways, we should be able to move on to the grinding my gears. And this is where we're going to get a Nugget Mold. So I'm kind of excited about that. It's going to make getting chests so much easier. And it looks like it also unlocks something else here. I don't know what that is actually unlocking. Probably the ability for us to see recipes now. But it says, I need more than just plates and ingots to be able to make machines. Just casting gears doesn't work. It says, I need a better device to be able to get nuggets and gears. So, that is where the metal caster comes in handy, and hopefully I can place it inside here. I hope I have enough blocks in here. Metal caster. Not meat. Metal caster. So here is the metal caster. So this guy requires 2 chests, a couple of iron plates, right? And it's going to require more than 4 Adobe brick. It's going to require 4 plus these 2 here. So I'm hoping that, I don't know why it doesn't say we need 6. I'm waiting for these to kind of dry up and kind of finish its process. But we definitely need this. While we wait, that's where getting the iron will come in handy. I think we need 4, right, for this metal caster? We need 1, 2, 3, 4. We need 8. 8 total iron for the metal caster. Pop in here. So we'll get 8 of those, and that will take no time at all. And I think if we put this here, it'll continue to pull from that there. And look at that, we just make plates after plates. All right, so we have the 8 iron plates that we're going to need for this thing. And we need the 2 chests. And last but not least, we're just waiting on our Adobe. Come on, guys. I know you have it in you to dry. I don't know if it actually helped having the furnace going. I don't think it does. I could be wrong, though. That could definitely help, for all I know. I mean, I guess I could get something to throw in there. What cooks in the furnace? We really don't have anything over here that does cook. I mean, corn. Corn cooks in the furnace. Maybe that will help. Oh, they're already there. Look at that. They're already starting to dry. That works. So we just go ahead and break this one. That'll be 2. These should dry fairly quick. Like, there we go. And then we just combine those. And what I'm going to do, I'm actually going to throw that down. place those back down, and then we should have everything ready to make the metal caster. Right? Metal caster. There's that block. And voila, we have the metal caster. Okay, so this guy won't really function properly yet. This says it needs a closed room. That is what we have. Good, so I can place it here. Okay, so we need casts. That's something that we're actually going to need. And let's go ahead and make those. I do have the caster over here. We're going to need some of that clay, not the lime plaster. Where's it at? This stuff. Just going to make a block of it. And come over here. We should be able to take some of this coal and get that ready when needed. Okay. So, to make a gear, we need this gear cast, gear mold. This is depth 1. Looks pretty reasonable. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 across. Okay. Or across. 5 across. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Same in this direction. And just like so, and then the rest gets filled in the middle. Pretty simple, actually. That's our gear mold right there. So once we have this done, there we go. We can move on to the next one, which is the Nugget. So this guy is 1 depth. It looks pretty simple to make as well. Like that. And that will be your Nugget mold. Okay, so that's pretty simple. Now we just need to get this thing set up and automated, basically. So let's turn this off. I think we are done casting from here. I'm going to take one of my fluid pipes, set that into here. So this should fill up. I'm going to have to break some walls here. Because we are going to need to set up some automation. I need to grab a chest, and that's about it. Grab a chest. This one we only need 1 chest. To get this set up. 1 chest there. That will be the output. And then we just need to fill it in. Can we still access it? Yes. Okay, good. So, I'm guessing that's where the gear goes. I don't know what this rod is for. Maybe there's... Where's this need to set? I'm guessing these mean plates, and this is like a place where you can store them. Hopefully. I think this is a place you can store them. I don't know. We're going to find out. Still kind of new to the Foundry mod. I have looked it up. It is pretty interesting. Oh. Oh. You unlocked crafting knowledge. All right, so I went ahead and put some copper in here. I think I can go ahead and plop this there. Throw a lever on that guy. And turn it on. And hopefully we will start seeing stuff get casted in here. I think if we put the gear in one of these slots, it should work. I don't know how much a gear actually costs. We can take a look. A gear requires 576 millibuckets. And looky there. Voila. We now have gear automation. So we have gear automation. We have regular ingot automation. Guys, I think we're doing pretty good. This is a pretty good setup. I'm not going to lie. Seems to be working out pretty good. We have Nugget now. We can actually make a bunch of nuggets. Pretty cool. We did also unlock Pump It. It says, gears allow me to automate better. Okay, it says I should be able to retrieve liquids such as water and lava with this pump. And it says that I'm about to make. It needs power, but I don't have that yet. But 4 wooden engines should suffice for my needs right now. Oh, that's right. Is this... Yeah, it's Buildcraft. I forgot about using pumps. Like, you can use 4 of those engines on this thing and it'll actually function. I forgot about that. Okay, so I mean, I don't exactly know what our reasons for pumping fluids up will be yet, since we really have nowhere to store them, I don't think. I mean, it would be helpful for things like this, but I mean, this is just as efficient for me. We would have to travel long distances, I think, to get the pumps to work, unless we now have tanks. Do we have buildcraft tanks? We do. We need glass, though. And I don't exactly know how we get glass yet. Let's say glass comes from clear glass, which you get from glass shards, which we get from liquid glass into clear glass. Okay. And then clear glass. Is that how you get regular glass? Yeah, clear glass converts into normal glass. Okay. And you have to, yeah, you have to go through this process. It's not, that doesn't look that bad. 1 sand equals, I'm pretty sure, 1 bucket of liquid glass. Liquid glass equals 1 bucket of sand. I think that's how it works. No idea. But I know that this is working. That is 1 copper. That gets us 1 copper gear. From that was a large amount of copper we actually put in there. I think that's going to be something that's going to be kind of fun to see just what happens here. Let me sort out here. I have all my copper, I think, gone. Over here is where the majority of my copper is. Sweet. So yeah, we have a lot of copper to go through. And I'm wondering, can these be melted down? They can be melted back down. And it looks like it requires only 1300 heat. Okay, that's not bad. And we're about out of coal. That's where I went over here and I put an even bigger loam area. And that's right, this guy is now full of coal. I may actually need to empty my inventory a little bit in order to get room for this stuff. Look at this, and we have so much that we're gonna get from this. I still think this is pushing like one of the best outputs. I don't know. I think loam is like one of the things that outputs the most. So, most charcoal for bang for your buck. But yeah, guys, we are definitely getting somewhere in this pack. We're progressing quite nice, I must say. I can't wait to see when we get this all set up. I'm still like in my mind imagining how I'm gonna have this all set up. As you can see, this is how big the actual circles are gonna be for the towers themselves. They're going to be quite large. This is just the inner circles. And then this is going to be the main area. The main, like, building. This circle is. And then we're going to have it going up. And then these towers, of course, are going to have things in them as well. Because these are pretty large structures. And then, of course, on these sides are going to be even bigger buildings. So I think in the long run, this will be pretty nice. But I think we eventually start seeing some other dimensions later on. Just by the way that it shows in the different world generations, there's some other areas. But man, guys, we are turning this uninhabitable planet into a habitable planet. I don't know about you guys, but we've done quite a lot of work. Man. Well, if you guys enjoyed this episode, don't forget to click that subscribe button if you haven't already. And also give this video a thumbs up, guys. I really appreciate it. You guys are awesome. And as always, thanks for watching.
Let's go!